Hey everybody, Rodamon here. Thank you for tuning in to Settlement Survival Episode 5, which originally streamed live on Twitch. Well, that's another winner. Still a bunch of people, a bunch of males that want housing. That's going to be a bit of a problem, isn't it? What does it say for happiness? So, average happiness levels are ultra low. Some citizens might commit crimes. Ultra low, potential crimes. Very low, loss of desire to procreate. Low, work efficiency. And then at the bottom it says, church, theater, liquid, candy, senior food can increase happiness. Maybe my my church isn't actually being properly staffed or something. I don't know. But even then, it shouldn't make them this unhappy. I think I'm just having abnormal levels of unhappiness. Penalizing at abnormal levels of happiness. But you guys want me to research toilets, so maybe toilets will help. Everybody likes a porcelain throne, do they not? Where is toilets? Forget what menu they're in. Advanced tailor? Oh yeah, I probably should get an advanced tailor out here too. So here is the spirits. The distillery. And I'm gonna fire Bob. Oh, you know what? Bob really should stay Bob the Builder. I'm gonna fire Pamela. And put Pamela into the still, making agave spirits. God, that is really loud. Hide that. And I thought toilets were in here. Where's my toilets at? All right, let me just systematically go through. Nope. Nope. Oh, is that not something I build? Hold on. Maybe I'm just an idiot. Build toilets to improve. Okay, unlock toilet upgrade for housing. Okay, so it's a house upgrade. But not? I don't know. I'm too simple to understand this. Let's just read for a second. Unlock toilet upgrade option for luxury house. Luxury boarding house. Okay, so it's a whole new house that I need to build. It seems, or something. It says luxury house, but like, there is no toilet upgrade here. Furniture, structural, bed, cat. And in the housing, I don't have a new house, so... Yep. I'm just going to assume that I already am yielding that benefit. Left side, the additional house? This is just a house. And a boarding house. There's no, like, luxury house. Oh, you mean the luxury house in construction? This? Structural strength? The boarding house isn't a house, though. I don't think anyone knows the answer to this, so I'm gonna just continue what I'm doing. It's a bucket inside of a hole by a tree. Was hoping for internal plumbing. Yeah. I just add a toilet to the boarding house? Is that it? Well, that then wouldn't be very useful, would it? Because I don't need a boarding house. I don't have any boarding houses. Okay, so it was an upgrade that doesn't benefit me at all. Cool. Is the TLDR. What are my water people doing? Come on, guys. Could you, like, at least pretend to do your job? Because there is no water in the colony now. which is going to make it really hard to have a still going. As far as I know, there is no such thing as like a luxury house. I don't know where the thing is, so you can keep asking me that question, but I don't see it as a building option anywhere. Unlock the building in tech is all it's telling me here. Which is... not in these tech trees? Gold quality of life? Oh, okay. Okay, house upgrade. Yeah, luxury house. So I would need to get a tent first. So next research tree, I'll include tents. Now I see what you're saying. This brings me actually straight back to one of my original problems, which was the tech tree is convoluted and like hard to interpret. All right, I'm gonna need my tailor going soon. And we have a little bit of wool, a little bit of leather. I'll get 2 hunters. No, it looks to me like all the cub hunting grounds are just gone. So if I want cub hunting grounds, I'm gonna have to trade for it. Meaning that maybe I make a bit of an effort to get a mine going. But I'm gonna go ahead and collect all of this, not all, but many of this metal, so that I can keep the blacksmith going too. The yield here in this field looks really good so far. We've only harvested about a little over half of the oats, and it looks quite nice. My water people suck like you would not believe, though. And my herbs are low, because Roy is not doing a good job, apparently. Roy. It's always a Roy. Alright, taking a look at my students. I think they're aging out. Yep. Samuel's about to get graduating. Jennifer, Julie, Arthur are all about the same. Ultraman's following thereafter. The new houses are probably filling up with water. Yeah, I think that's probably what's happening. I think you're right. Just the new housing is draining my water pool. Because I have a 15th of my entire population hauling water right now, and I can't imagine that wouldn't be enough. Kind of sounds ridiculous. So for a nicer house, we need a tent. Yes, that is the way of the game. Yeah, medicine is quite low. So one of the ways I could get medicine too is just to gather plants myself with all the people that are furloughed from the farms. So I'm going to go ahead and do that like everywhere on the map to try to resupply some medicine, because otherwise we're going to be in for a bit of a oof. Pop boom incoming? No, really not at all. My happiness is so ridiculously low that like our fertility rate is tanked. I don't think I need a second water well. I think I just need my water haulers to haul water. Because right now, like, Carrie here... Okay, what the heck are you doing, Carrie? He's gathering, right? Like, this is the problem, is he's gathering plants from the forest instead of hauling the water that he's employed to do, as is Joe. No, Joe is actually hauling water now. I think what I could do is this durable storage yard is going to be for liquids only. And maybe that will keep them actually doing the things they should be doing. But yeah, the problem is that, fortunately, the game has a system where people that don't have work to do go work as temporary laborers, like the farmers, when it's not farming season. But there's a downside to that. The hidden downside is that often... Oh, Gatherer Roy just died. Froze to death. The downside is that often what will end up happening is that they won't then become re-employed in the places that they were supposed to be. So then you have to kind of just micromanage it. The game's in development, so I can forgive some of those annoying things like that. The upgrades to the well would be structural, so it doesn't break down, and gears, which is much, much, much later, and that helps to increase the efficiency of the well. And Samuel's now in the can be employed. Okay. Hey, Sam. Make me some Sam Adams. Make me beer. I think I am going to make a boarding house due to the gender disparities that I've been getting hit with. It also will allow me to bring in refugees more easily when I have a pop boom, because immigrants, or not refugees, immigrants, because immigrants are about to show up at my town hall. Alright, getting tired of my lack of water, so even though I think it's absolutely ridiculous that I need a second well, I'm gonna get a second well. We should have some immigration coming in any minute now. And I gotta queue up some more tree cutting, because we are running low on that again. We got a whole lot of the metal that I needed, the iron ore. Does the distillery use water? It does, which is why I have the big well across the street from the distillery. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a open warehouse here for liquids only, so that there's a dedicated storage for the water from the well and for the distillery, trying to improve the efficiency of that. Plus, once I get a few more people aging up, I will add some, or rather here, the immigrants. 10 immigrants, I approve you. So now we have a bit of a housing crisis, but I'm going to employ them as masons and a butcher. What kind of butchery do I have? I have a lot of venison, I guess. I'll employ them as two more gatherers. 6 people left to employ. God, what is with my clothing? Go back to leather. And let's do 2 more builders. And then 4 floating. It's fine. I already put in more hunters. Maybe another one processing wood. I'll fill the hunting cabin up. I might need to build a new hunting cabin elsewhere, though. We'll have to see about that. Alright, so this boarding house will help with the immigrants. I hope. Come on, cut the trees. I need timber. Well, at least there's not a potential crimes here, because I guess the immigrants were happier. That's another thing I could do, is analyze long-term citizens that we know have been around for a while, and just see what they're like lacking. So Angus is someone that I know that has been around a while. So I honestly can't even tell why he would be upset. His needs are mostly met. It's actually true of most of the people here, but I don't know. Once we have the distillery going full-time, maybe it becomes better. Next research. There you go. I included tent on there so that we can get luxury houses. As one leads to the other. And here is the boarding house. Which is weird, because I prioritized the big well, but they built the boarding house anyway. They do as they wish. Alright, so now everybody is going to have housing. No one will be homeless. But the people that are in here are not going to procreate at the same rate as everyone else. Which is fine. I don't really want a baby boom anyway. The needs to be cut makes the map look full of germs. I agree. It might not be the best logo, icon, whatever you want to call it. Plague has come to our village. God, big well, let's go. Every last ounce of wood I have is going to, like... Here, I'm going to fire one of my sawmillers. It's going to some other task. Let me follow one of my laborers. I'm really curious what they're currently doing. I'm a little worried that they're not cutting down trees. No, they're cutting down trees. I'm just not getting the yield. There we go. I stare at it and all of a sudden we start to have it. Alright, next research will be tent. We're about to get it. There it is. And then the house upgrade, which requires building kits, which I don't have access to. Bricks, I don't have access to. Glass, I don't have access to. So there's a lot of prerequisites there. There we go. Now we have a few more water haulers. And if they're actually doing their job, I should see water start to build up quickly in the open warehouse next to the water haulers. And then the distiller, Samuel, will be able to actually distill us some liquor. Because I have plenty of agave, if I recall. Another thing I'm going to do next season is start to plant flax. Because we have a lot of food now. Where's my agave? Is that raw resource? Beverage, yeah, 316 agave. Just sort of waiting. So this here is going to become a flax field, and then this will switch over to beans, and this hasn't been harvested yet. But we'll see about the yield. I'm curious how much higher it is with the hose. A distillery seems to upgrade the morale. You know, you'd think it would, but this distiller hasn't been working yet. I still don't have water. The water is getting dumped into the boarding house, I assume. Out of sheer and ridiculous frustration, I might even get another well. Just to be able to, like, absolutely make a ridiculous amount of water when I need it. Because, what the hell? So, we yielded 761, and I don't even think we harvested the whole field here. But this will become winter squash for next season. We need a luxury building house? Yeah, apparently. Alright, we're starting to get some water. So, Julie, you're lying to me. There's water available. Nope, it's gone. As soon as we have it, it's gone. Ultraman is working as a vendor. Is that a appropriate work employment for Ultraman? Probably not, but have to be good for now. I'll employ the last farming spot here for food. I could also start a new farm, a new standard field, so I'll do that up here. Let me put dirt roads that connect left and right. Could also do that over here. Speed up commutes. Oh, that is in the way. No, Yoda. Just make it easier to walk to work. Alright, so here we'll plant oats. We are at a severe lack of stone. Here's some stone. And my wood is not looking great either. So, a tenth of the people that work in this village haul water, and I'm still very dehydrated. Rip. Sorry about that. Hi, Tusk. Come here, girl. You want carrot? Carrot for you. Free carrot. Alright, well, I'm about to employ like an eighth of every person in the colony as a water hauler. I'm gonna actually shut down the water wells for a minute. And then open them back up as a way to maybe reboot them. So now I have 6 water haulers of 36 or 35 adults, so 1/6 of everybody hauls water. The need for clean water is sand and clay, I believe. Yeah, let me take a look at that. Yep, sand and clay. So I don't have a sand pit yet. But I can start to build one. A lot of these houses actually don't even have a lot of water, like 7 and 4, 24. Come on, guys. I'm literally employing 1/6 of you to haul water. That's all you do. That's all you have to do. Don't let me down like this. Alright, let's switch back to alpaca wool. But it's good that I'm starting to make flax, because I'm having a hard time hunting enough to even provide the clothing now. Happiness has gone up. Health has gone down. But happiness is up. A trade I'm willing to make, I guess. I think health is down because I'm out of medicine. My herbs is not doing so good. So I'll try to queue up some herb gathering as well. The happiness might be going up as a result of providing a little bit of liquor, but I'm still seemingly incapable of providing the water required. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a quick save load here. Not that I think it's going to solve the problem, but let's just pretend that I'm being productive and try to fix it. All right. I did want to replace the tailor with the advanced tailor. I'm going to set up an advanced tailor here. And then in this stockpile, I'm going to put textiles once it's built. The sandpit's nearly fully constructed. And I'm going to fire my mason doing the laid stone, because I think I probably have a ridiculous amount of it. Yeah, I have 132 of it. Yep. So adding some laid stone around just to increase commute mobility. Happiness went way up. Alcohol miracles, and my water went up. Yeah, I sort of having a feeling like the save load cycle saved me there. At some point, I'm not entirely sure what I'm fighting. Am I fighting game mechanics or bugs? Lord only knows. But it does look like people are happy now, so. If it works for them, it works for me. Now, medicine is going to be a bit of a problem. Looks like I'm having trouble providing the medicine that people want. Leather. God, what can I do with feathers? What the heck do you ever do with feathers? Alright, just start making straw shoes. Because I don't have the resources required for clothing. So we're going to have naked people wearing shoes. Maybe soap, health is low. I don't have enough rendered fat for soap, though. I have 165. It might be enough. We'll see how people vote next time it's up. But one thing I know I could do is a weaver. So I'm going to put the weaver... I'll put the weaver... You know what? Forget this stockpile. This is exactly weaver size. And I'll put the stockpile here or something. So I can start weaving the flax into useful things. And the reeds once I get it. Can you build a shop yet? Nope. I have a marketplace. If by shop you mean port, it's expensive, and I'm not really there yet either. In the winter, I find it really hard to tell what's stone and what's ore at quick glance. We'll get some of that as well. We're just about out of stone. And then this advanced tailor shop, as you can see, requires planks, which is made in the sawmill. But if I'm making planks in the sawmill, I'm not making domestic fuel. Which means it might be a wise idea to get my mine up and running so that I can fuel the homes with coal rather than with wood. That way I'm less reliant on cutting down trees as a source of heat. So that would be probably the ideal next project. After a knitter. Oh, build the thing that generates coins? No, I don't think I have that either. You can also mint your own coins. Too. So what you mean is grocery store. I think. Right? Or trader. Either or. They're all behind tech research. But here, how about you vote on what to do next? So I want to try to find someone that actually has shoes on. If possible. Who's got them Nikes? I made shoes, and literally not a single one... Oh, here we go. Straw shoes. So they have a movement speed of 125% versus those that are 100%. So yet another way to get faster. Output limit reached. Wow, we have, let's just keep going. I'm gonna raise this up to like 800 rather than 200. The butcher actually did a good job. And I have a bunch of chunks of meat now. And now I have a ton of flax. So as soon as I collect a few more reeds, I'll be able to... Oh, here's the sand pit. Let's make sand. I didn't realize I had the sand pit up. I'm gonna fire one of them so they float. That's a temporary worker. But then if I want a reed farm, that might be a good call so that I can fuel that economy. So I'll get that going now here too. You guys want me to research Stone Pit. I am having to go far and wide for stone, so I understand that entirely, and I'm going to get the development points pretty soon for Stone Pit, so... I think probably what I really need to do is to gather some reeds along the shore here to be able to get my knit going. So we're having a bit of a clothing problem. Just a little bit. They're all going to get a little cold. I shouldn't have made so many shoes. The real test is, now that we have 4 farmers and hoes and a fertile soil with good roads and a dedicated warehouse next to it, what do we get for all that effort? And finally, we actually have an abundance of water, as you can see, from all these wells. So I'm going to fire 2 of 6 of them to employ them as temporary workers, because I'm very, very, very low on trees. And herbs, for that matter, but trees are more concerning for now. But I'll collect the herbs as well. Alright, so here's the knitting workshop, and we are going to turn flax into... Ooh, yeah, flax into rope for now. But that's not going to solve our lack of clothing issue. So if you take a look at the process here, I need a weaving workshop to really do more than that. So, got to use up some of the riverfront. And I'm going to start to put it up here. Which means I'm going to want laid stone roads out to this spot here. And that will help out a lot. So this rope can be used to make into fishing nets. I'm going to fire that person. I don't have fishing as a means to feed myself yet. I could always employ them, but the nearest fishing spot is across the river, so I would want a bridge for that first. And we got the deployment point, and you all researched stone pit. So, build a stone pit. So here's a quarry. I will quarry down here, sort of near the cemetery. They won't mind. The dead don't mind the noise. Man, I am having big trouble trying to keep myself clothed. So I'm also starting to get some sand, or it should be. 9 of it? Guy. I've employed you for an entire year and you've collected 9 sand? What are you, using a shovel and pail? Come on, man. A little faster. And once I have enough sand, I can start to make the reservoir for better drinking water. Trouble is, I don't live that close to a water source, so there's a bit of commute to consider. Why is health low? I don't know. Probably a commute issue again. For what specifically, Kadeth? The sand? Oh yeah, it could be. In this stockpile here, let's allow for sand then. which I believe is an ore. Yeah, I'm out of venison. We'll start doing goose or alpaca. I think goose. I should have been aware of that a little earlier on. Now I'm sort of getting an absurd amount of water, so I'm going to fire more of the water haulers and hopefully have them cut some trees. Wow, the crop harvest here wasn't that great. It was average. This giant field barely yielded more than this small one, standard one. Okay. Can't do better than that. But at least we have a lot of raw food now. We're no longer food scarce constantly. We have a little bit of clothing, definitely some tools. No herbs to speak of, which is probably why the health is low. What's the best way to, like, maximize herbs? Do you guys think? Another gatherer? The problem is gatherers just sort of gather everything. You can't specify, necessarily. So I could do another gathering station to try to supply more herbs from, I don't know, up here or something. But I'm not really sure if that's the way to go. I could do soap, too. I could add that to the next poll. Right now I have 3 gatherers, or 2. So I could kick that up to 4 and see if that helps. And let's just poll for the next research I go for. So fishing nets, weaving, kiln, recycle, research institute, grocery, or soap. Plant density around gatherer was the solution you saw a bit ago. What do you mean by that, Sniper Wolf? So we have a fire event coming up, which is good that I have 3 wells. And my distiller no longer has agave. So let's switch over. The flax is going to become agave. The oats are going to become beans. The beans are going to become oats. And this up here is going to become peas. Or peas. So 2 peas. A forester planting trees all around? Yeah, I could do that. I already have a, I already have a lot of tree density here because I've been leaving it alone, but I'll build a logging camp, have them plant. How's my sand? 54. Alright, let's switch from sand to clay. Because I need 30 clay now to get the reservoir up. The reservoir might help with health too, if we read the research here. Where is it? A large amount of drinking water can be produced. Might be good to move the distillery over here if you know, in the future. Oh man, there is a lot of work to be done on that quarry. I'm gonna help out Dennis by hiring a whole bunch of builders. See, he's getting overwhelmed in a bad way. So I'm going to demolish this distillery to move it somewhere more convenient. Clothing still sucks. We've yet to fix that. I haven't had anyone to ranch, though. Oh, and there is no... I don't have any leathers available to me. I have nothing that I can clothe them with, so... shut it down. Run naked, my friends. That's all I can tell you. I think what I'll do is I'll move a hunting cabin up here. Stick another one up there. Try to go for the bison. I think this hunting cabin is just not very efficient anymore. They're only killing turkeys, which cool, but like, I need something better than that. I need something that yields leathers. So here's the quarry that you voted on, you queued up. And it looks like the next research here will be grocery. So build a stone pit and research grocery. Select my administrator. How about you choose? So, I'll read this in a second. Alexander, which is increasing construction proficiency, or Barbara, which increases development points. Oh, well, it would help if I spelled Barbara right. It's election time. So, I'll read it. Alexander, scholars who have a lot of research on construction development programs that focus on education have contributed greatly to the construction of towns. Mayor talent, construction proficiency +1. Barbara, used to be a school teacher for many years. The development program focused on education have greatly contributed to technology in towns and cities. Obtain development points +1. Looks like you guys want Babs, so Babs, you're it. So here she is. And immediately got a development point, which is for grocery store. And I'm going to stick this grocery store right here with the building materials that I currently do not have. A lot of stuff seems needlessly complicated, like having to pick the source of meat. Agreed. Or the source of textiles for your clothing, etc. Yeah, no, I'm right there with you. I agree. It is like a depth and complexity that exists for the sake of existing and not for the sake of the game. Yeah. I mean, I would go so far as to say that is also true in like RimWorld, where in RimWorld you really only need 3 meats. You need meat, human meat, insect meat, and all other meat is kind of not needed to specify what kind it is because it doesn't matter. All non-insect, non-human meats functionally are the same, but RimWorld does the same thing. Luckily, RimWorld does sort of lumps them all together, whereas here it doesn't, I think is the biggest problem. But, yep, I agree with that statement. And unfortunately, I don't really have a tailor at all. I don't have materials for it. I don't think anything else is using hides, leather or hides other than for clothing. It's just we're not hunting enough. So I'm going to move the hunting cabin up here. In fact, let me put this as a high priority because it seems like there's alpaca and bison here, and there's just a bunch of foul poultry here, right? Poultry doesn't clothe us. We don't dress in feathers. We dress in leathers. So I'm trying to remedy that with a new hunting cabin, but my hunters are dumb and might go after the turkeys anyway. We will have to see. But at the moment, I am out of wood, so let's get chopping. I think we passed through fire season, maybe without a fire. If there was one, I certainly didn't notice it. Thank you for watching Settlement Survival, which originally streamed live on Twitch October 27th. I don't intend to stream a second time, so the 6 episodes that were made for YouTube are all that there will be. And with that in mind, I don't really need gameplay tips or tricks or feedback of that sort. But if you'd like to leave a comment below anyway, feel free to do so. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rodamont.com has my stream schedule. And if you'd like to chat with me in real time, Discord's the place to be. Rodamont.com has the link to that, and it's also in the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and thank you to my Twitch subscribers and Patreon patrons for supporting the channel. Farewell,